The pistol grip of the defendant's gun, it was positive for blood, correct?
Yes.
And then there was a mixture. The major was matched the defendant, George Zimmerman.
Yes.
And you were able to exclude Trayvon Martin as having DNA on the pistol grip. Is that correct?
Yes, Trayvon Martin was excluded as being a possible contributor to this mixture on the grip.
On cross-examination, the defense suggested that rain may have washed away some of the DNA. Another big moment, too, in court yesterday was when lawyers brought in Trayvon Martin's hoodie. Here it is. Jurors got an up-close look at that bullet hole in it. A firearms expert testified that the gun appeared to be in contact with Martin's clothes when it was fired. And let's bring in our two experts to weigh in on this. First, legal correspondent Jean Casares and HLN contributor Jason Johnson. Thanks, guys, for being with us this morning. Jean, let's start with you. You were in court yesterday. What was it like seeing that hoodie in person?
You know, it's really something just to look at it, think about that Trayvon was wearing it, and now it's encased behind plastic. I mean, it definitely, and the jury has seen it several times. Yesterday was all about forensics, though, and I think what is interesting, because a lot is being made that Trayvon Martin's DNA was not on the gun. George Zimmerman never said that Trayvon touched the gun. He said that he felt his hand going down and thought he possibly was going for the gun. The DNA on the holster was a mixed profile of DNA, and Trayvon Martin could not be excluded. That is very interesting right there, and I think both sides got things from the DNA evidence.
Yeah, you bring up a very good point. Let's also bring in HLN contributor Jason Johnson. Jason, this hoodie, a lot of people calling it a big symbol in this case. Talk about that, because there was talk about it even before the trial started.
Yes, I mean, if you think about last year, you had a member of Congress get up and speak, you know, with a hoodie on. You had the Miami Heat wearing hoodies. It has become symbolic not just of the death of this young man, but also the larger issues about racial profiling in the United States, of poor people, of young people, and the manner in which the police don't always treat all people equally. So this hoodie is sort of bringing together the larger symbolism of this case, and it's probably a very powerful moment for the jury.
And Jean, let's get to you. Trayvon's mom and brother, they could testify tomorrow. How do you think that both sides will handle them?
Well, first of all, I can guarantee you that tomorrow is going to be a very emotional day in that courtroom, because not only potentially do you have Trayvon's mother and brother, you're going to have the medical examiner, we believe, because he has not testified yet. And this is someone that will diagram the wounds that Trayvon Martin had, that bullet hole, and the autopsy photos, I'm sure, will be shown to the jury. But as far as Trayvon's mother and brother, I think they'll talk about Trayvon, so he becomes alive in that courtroom and the jury gets to know him. And of course, his mother has said, I know that was my son screaming on that 911 call.
Well, we'll have to see what happens in court tomorrow. Jason Johnson, Jean Casares, thank you for your insight. And curious what your possible take is on this whole case. Well, you can head to HLNTV.com for more on that. We're going to take you into the courtroom live at 8:30 a.m. Eastern starting tomorrow. And we're